Morning. Back at the helm here. BATH. I'm not in Bath. I'm in Cirencester. The locals call it Zyron. And what am I doing here? I'll tell you if you want. I saw an article online recently from Nissan Motorco who were bragging basically that they were very pleased to announce that they'd supplied Gloucestershire Constabulary with about 76 cars, electric vehicles. Not supplied, they'd sold them. And I've never really been a big fan of the electric vehicle up until a few months ago. A friend got one and swore blind by it, and I'm just absolutely fascinated that, oh, who's that? I thought that's Firearms Ed. I thought you were shooting up the high street to rob a few banks.
Pow, pow.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing here. He's robbing my ideas. But you've heard me say a couple of times, you'll never find me hanging around the back of a police station looking for action. Well, I'm going to be looking for electric police cars, and I'm going to go in and ask to see if I can get a tour of one. So with that, very busy Cirencester, and Ed was saying that place back there looked new. It's only about 800 years old. But there you go. We'll pick this back up right by the police station and see you in a bit. So here we are at Cirencester police station. The moment I turned my camera off back there, a black Nissan Leaf turned in to go around the back of the police station, not in police livery. So let's see what happens when I go in and ask if it's open, that is. One in, one out. There's nobody here, is there? Hiya.
Okay.
Yeah. Really odd request.
Yeah.
I read an article written by Nissan Motor Company online earlier this week, and they were bigging themselves up about how many electric vehicles they've supplied to Gloucestershire Constabulary.
Yeah.
It's 70 odd, isn't it? Something like
I
that.
don't know.
Have you got any here at Cirencester?
We do have some. Yeah.
Is there any way that somebody could show me around one? I'm absolutely fascinated. Where I live in Bath,
Yeah.
we don't have any. You rarely see a police car in Bath. If you do, it's a little noddy car with PCSOs in it.
Okay. Unfortunately, all this neighbourhood who use the electric cars, and none of them are in at the moment. They're all out. So
Are they in livery, or are they?
We got definitely one livery there.
Because a black one turned in as I was walking up here, and
They've got some unmarked and missing leaves, and I think the livery one isn't a leaf, but I can't remember what sort of car it is.
look, I know it's a bit like train spotting, but I just thought I'd come and let you know. You know, that is me.
Yeah.
If you've got me on camera, that I'm going to be going around the back and trying to get shots of any electric vehicles, just for a public interest piece on Gloucestershire Constabulary and electric vehicles, because you outstrip every other police force in the country for the.
They were very pro. Certainly the last PCC I know was very pro with the green and the electric cars.
It's cut your fuel costs by about 150 grand a year or something like that,
Possibly.
which is brilliant. But it's our money at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just letting you know that I'm here. So there wouldn't be anyone to show me around then?
Not as far as I'm aware at the moment, no.
Okay, well, it's,
Obviously, if you're going back, be mindful. Don't come all the way in. You
No,
can
I won't.
see 'em from the
No, I
top.
won't.
That's absolutely fine. I'll
I haven't got that much time. I've got to get back to Bath. I was just passing by,
Okay.
and I wasn't close enough to Gloucester to go there to see if, you know, because obviously they're going to have the bulk of them, aren't they? Come on, that's where the HQ is.
Well, yeah, there will be. Yeah, especially they will have some, but you wouldn't. They would be all at the back. Because bear in mind, headquarters doesn't have response police or anything like that working from it.
Doesn't it?
There is the building next to it, which does have, at the moment has a degree of
Okay.
office of uniform officers working from it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's more officers in Gloucester itself, so yeah, there might be a few there.
But it's a bit far for me.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, I'll just have a look on the map and see where they.
Oh, he's going to have a look on the map, see where they are. So they've obviously got an interactive map.
I want to take one quick photo of the market.
Or a little video of one. I'll chance my luck.
Yeah.
I'll chance my luck around the back, but I won't be there long.
No, but as I say, if you walk into the backyard, you might draw some alerts.
I've only paid for an hour's parking and I've already used 20 minutes of it, so I've got to be back for that.
Well, we all right, so yeah, you won't be able to go in the back anywhere near the backyard at the moment.
Well, I'll just have a look. I'll go as far as I can
in the public section.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
Thanks very much for your help.
Okay, no worries.
Bye bye. So it looks like they've got a couple of guys filming out the back. I wonder what she means. Has Firearms Ed got himself into trouble or... Oh, there he is.
There I am.
Did you rob any banks?
No.
Um,
Did you just call me Banksy?
no. You'll see when you see this video. He went to have a look at a map to see where the electric vehicles were.
Yeah.
And then a woman turned up and then a woman turned up behind reception and said he won't be able to go in. There are a couple of people out there filming. So was that you?
Yeah, me, I was at the back gate.
Well, you've been spotted by cameras then?
No, yeah, I got spotted by that electric car that went in, it wasn't police.
Yeah. Sister. Zoider. I was saying to Ed on the walk up here, when I was like 17, 18, we used to come here on our motorcycles in the late 70s, and we weren't very welcome by the locals because this is Gloucestershire and I be a Wiltshire boy, Wiltshire born, Wiltshire bred, strong in the arm, thick in the head. Oh, so here it is. Now they're all Nissans, look. They're all Nissans. So yeah, there's like an M5. I can't zoom in properly with this. There's like an M5 there with a couple of electric ones. They got an M5 in there. Well, it's, you see the colours on the grill.
Yeah, yeah.
Might even be a 6. But yeah, there are 2 Leafs next to it. There's a Ford Ranger Rural Crime Patrol.
So back of the hand is interested in the electric vehicles that they have here. So we're going to push up here for a few minutes and in the hope that we might see one of the electric vehicles. It also gives me an opportunity to smoke a cigarette. Yes, I'm still smoking.
It's like train spotting again.
It is.
It's brilliant. You should write the registrations down. So tick them all off till you've got them all.
Well, they give me a CPN for taking registrations, didn't they?
But it's public knowledge. It's owned by DVLA, the number.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's not a private number plate.
Well, it's put on the car so that you can identify the
Yeah,
car.
and you need to ask a copper who's good at the Road Traffic Act, can you be prosecuted for having a dirty number plate or it not illuminated at night?
Well, yeah,
yes.
you can. Yeah, you
Because it
can.
has to be recognisable by ANPR
Yeah,
cameras.
100%.
And this isn't an ANPR camera. So, whilst Firearms Ed...
Keeps calling me Firearms Ed.
Right. We'll pick this up if we get a bite in a bit. So while Ed is off mooching about Cirencester Police Station car park, looking at the vehicles, I'm watching blackbirds eating out of that tree. What are they? What are the... I don't know what berries they are. I don't think they're blackbirds, they're like thrushes or something like that. Anyway, that's a blackbird because he's got a yellow orangey beak. But that one isn't. Anyway, enough ornithology for today. He might have been nicked. No luck?
There's a quad bike around the corner.
Really?
Yeah. Quad bike right round the other.
What, electric or?
No, not electric, but there's an electric car over there, and the two Leaf cars over there are unmarked electric police vehicles.
Yep.
Well, they're parked in unmarked police bays, unmarked vehicle bays at least anyway.
That's not electric, is it? No. They've got plenty of police cars here.
So it's clear and obvious that the message is getting through. Again, I find myself saying this a lot now. You know, so obviously with the current climate and the fact that sorry? I didn't want to come in. Oh, into the
Yeah.
car park. Oh yeah, I just wanted to look at the
There are
police
no
vehicles,
signs.
so- I didn't notice any signs that said that we weren't allowed in. So
Well, this is private property.
it's a police station.
Yes, still
Yeah, it's not private.
Who's it owned by then?
It is.
Who owns it?
Guys, really.
Yeah, but
Who does own it?
I'm just here to say, please don't.
Why are you being so difficult?
I'm not.
If it's private property, you'd put signs up saying so.
Come in, that's all I'm saying.
But don't give directives, please. I will do whatever I am allowed to do within the parameters of the law. Until I break that, you will leave me alone. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Sounded like Live Free then.
I did sound a bit like Live Free. Like, big up Live Free. Have a lovely day.
Oh, there's someone else getting involved.
Have a lovely day. Right, so she says about private property, but I don't
It isn't.
agree with that.
It isn't.
I have agreed with it. I never will agree with it. A police station cannot be private property. It's a police station. Like, it's not private.
Hang on, she's going out in an electric car?
Yeah, she's going to go out in the Leaf. It's the
Yay,
police
that's what I came here for.
station. That is literally what you came here for.
Oh. I haven't been this nervous about a semi since I watched Brokeback Mountain.
Let's get this down there and get a little...
Oh no, she just put something in the boot and locked it up. That'll have dropped the battery by 2%. Well look, there are some things, since we're not going to get an interaction, I might as well let you know what I was going to ask. I wanted to know, because Gloucestershire Constabulary was one of many police forces across the country that refused to give out details to a Freedom of Information request by Sky News as to how many serving police officers had criminal records. They said it would cost too much money and take too much time. Well, it's our money, isn't it? So what I wanted to find out was that no officers with criminal records would be allowed to go out in electric cars, because they're quiet and they could sneak up on potential victims. I also wanted to know if anyone put their tongue across the terminals yet, because there's bound to be in the boot, isn't there, 2 big terminals, like on a 9-volt battery when you were at school. Yeah. Zyron, you're boring on a Friday. Let's go and have a pint of cider. CK69TVO. She's just put something in the boot.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look around from back past the courthouse, and then I'm pretty sure I'm just going to call the day then, because as you saw, the lady before, she, well, I always think the fact when they send police staff out or PCSOs is because the police don't want to come out and interact, which often means there's not going to be an interaction. So I'm going to say peace, but if I do get another interaction, I'll be back with you. Stay blessed, guys.
Hope you heard that. Back of the head out. Oh, we just spotted this. Over here, on the side of the police station, these parking spaces are reserved for police use only. Thank you for your cooperation, Cirencester Police. Well, we reckon that's a blag, because if it was illegal, it would say what the penalty would be. So that they're just blagging these for their private cars. And then this is the courthouse, I think. No police parking, no police staff to park in these spaces. And they've actually taped it over one of the notices. So do you reckon the courts are having a beef with the old bill then?
Looks like it.
Yeah? Well, let's go and have a look, see what's going on at the courts. He's got a plaque up there. Let's see what that says. I don't want to walk on the grass or smoke it. The Bear Inn. I bet you that's the old Bill's pub. These courts and divisional headquarters were opened by His Grace the Duke of Beaufort, KG GCVO, what does that mean? Lord Lieutenant of Gloucestershire, on the 28th of September 1965. Wow. Yeah, I said they were 70s, didn't I? I was a bit out. Oh, they've got a big camera up there, look.
Why is it facing the car park?
I've no idea. They're looking at us through the window from the court.
Are they?
Yeah, but I'm not videoing them. Cirencester, you let me down. That's a beefy old camera, isn't it? I don't think that's functional. It's too old, because you've got the new one above it, look.
Oh, yeah.
See? And that'll have a zoom on it for an operator. That's very sort of football hooligan intelligence of the late 80s, early 90s. Because they're all down Twerton High Street in Bath when Bristol Rovers used to play Twerton Park.
Okay.
They're still up there, they haven't bought them, they're huge. So, boring siren. We were trying to work out earlier why all those comms are on top of that building. If anyone's from this area and you know why, could you let us know, please? Because it's an awful lot for one small building. An awful lot. Corinium. It's a real mix, is Cirencester. It's a real mix of Cotswold beauty and 60s and 70s garbage, which is a real shame. So I'm going to leave it at that. Might have a walk around town. I haven't got any money on me because every time I come out with my wallet on it, I end up buying Ed dinner and drinks. So he's not getting me like that today. He did offer to buy me breakfast though. So unless anything bucks up, it's back of the head, back of the helm, going for a jog round Cirencester. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a damp squib today, but here's the original Cirencester lockup. Look, 18th century building, stood in Gloucester Street, until moved here by 1837 to form part of the Cirencester workhouse. Now restored, it displays the history of both buildings. Key and leaflet available from the office, reception or the Corinium Museum. So you can actually get a key to go in it. It's moved, it's been moved.
It's a very interesting little building.
So if you've been drunk and disorderly, this is where they bang you up in Cirencester. Oh, here's the doors to get in, yeah. Those padlocks haven't been used for a while. Is there anybody still in there? Let me out!
They only hung me up the right way the other day, the bastards.
I would love to go in there.
So it's moved. Yeah, it says on the plaque. You see anything in there? Ooh, it's a little bit of a museum, look. So that light does work on my gimbaloid. Don't know how you turn it off though. So one thing that was good about this trip, and we didn't film, we actually bumped into a young lady, well, much younger than me, probably older than Ed, called Sarah. We had an altercation with a taxi driver who was parked on the pavement picking his fare up, and I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Ed's got it, but there were two ladies watching who kind of ripped into us a bit, but it turned out she was one of us. And Ed being Ed, he's hooked up with her on Facebook. Me being me, I don't do Facebook.
I'm gonna smash her a pasty.
He says he's gonna smash her pasty. I think that.
You can cut that bit out.
I think that is a really good way to say back of the head, back of the helm is out of here. Bye bye.